Good Thursday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this last Thursday of the month of March, the 27th, 2014, with the daily video forecast discussion. And we'll start out today with a bird's eye view of the streamline analysis across North America. High pressure now getting ready to exit the mid-Atlantic coast states with a downsloping northwesterly flow. Already a return flow out of the south ahead of a frontal system and storm system ejecting into the central plains with a frontal system complex here as well. It means warmer weather is on the way, but as this disturbance moves towards the Great Lakes and it drags a cold front through the region prior or after a warm front moves through the region later tonight and tomorrow morning, showers are going to be on the way, and then a steadier bout of rain could come later Saturday afternoon and Saturday night as another disturbance out here in the northwestern Pacific dives into the central plains along the cold front, stalls out. Moisture comes up along with the system and provides chances of rain increasing across the region during Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Chilly start to the morning at sunrise today, with temperatures already in the single digits and teens for low temperatures under clear skies this morning in many locations here in northern and central and southern New Jersey. There were a few record lows this morning too, especially where we had some snowpack across the coastal regions and down towards the Delmarva this morning as well. Current temperatures are rising from the teens into the low and mid 20s across the region this morning under that sunshine that is now coming up over the horizon. We can see that now from the latest New Jersey surface map with generally clear skies, temperatures rising from the teens into the low and mid 20s in the New Jersey, New York City metro area and out on Long Island. They're still in the mid and upper teens across the Hudson River Valley into the low and mid 20s in interior Connecticut, and they're rising from the teens into the 20s in southeastern Pennsylvania. Down around Philadelphia this morning with clear skies and 25, Atlantic City 18, and chilly this morning. And all this dry air and northwesterly flow will begin to switch around with an increase in high and middle level clouds across the region during this afternoon. Surface map analysis from weatherroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows the high pressure ridge now off the Carolina coast. The winds are backing around to the southwest. Here's our precipitation breaking out across the Ohio River Valley down to the Tennessee River Valley this morning. The upper Midwest as a warm front begins to make its way to the north and west of the region this morning with rain breaking out here. And some of this rain is moderate and basically dry conditions today with an increase of high level clouds. Here's our visible satellite at sunrise this morning. Cold air cumulus off the east coast now. An increase in high and mid-level cloudiness already breaking out across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, but generally clear skies across the region as we start out the day. Here's an increase in mid and upper level moisture here on the water vapor channel, and precipitation as well following suit just to the west of the radar screen here this morning. Light rain is already beginning to break out across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. Here's a better shot of that now, of that rain breaking out ahead of the warm front moving in towards the Great Lakes. Watches, warnings, and advisories this morning. We have some small craft advisories for the coastal waters here along the South Shore, the North Shore, and the coastal waters of New Jersey here. And these are for northwest winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, seas 3 to 6 feet, freezing spray. There is a chance of that early today. And these will be in effect until 8 a.m. this morning, and then things will begin to calm down. And we have basically VFR conditions across the airport terminals this morning. Outside of Newark, it's 22, and the dew point is 6. The air is very dry. It's overcast with a few clouds at 25,000. And the winds are beginning to lighten up a bit. They're out of the north at about 6 knots with the center of high pressure overhead. A few scattered clouds during this morning and this afternoon, and scattered high clouds moving in late this afternoon, lowering and thickening clouds to broken ceilings by late this evening, with the wind shifting around from the northeast basically into the southwest. And we'll find southwesterly winds during late tonight and tomorrow morning, and some light rain showers with visibilities of 5 miles or less getting in here after midnight. Broken ceilings at about 3,500 feet, but generally VFR conditions. And for Philadelphia this morning, 25 degrees with overcast conditions with a few clouds at 25,000. Visibility still better than 10 miles. The wind is light out of the northwest now at about 5 knots. And the air temperature once again 25. Few clouds at 25,000 feet, some broken ceilings at 20 to 15,000 feet during the afternoon hours. Generally a light southwesterly flow, and visibility is better than 10 miles with VFR flying conditions. Overcast conditions by tonight, and some broken ceilings too, lower than 7,000 feet with a southwest wind early tomorrow morning. And a period of mist or light precipitation around the region early tomorrow morning, and then 5 miles and light rain showers by just before dawn tomorrow morning, with winds out of the southwest at about 13 knots, overcast conditions at about 1,500 feet, and some fog. And this is the 8 to 10 day mean at 500 millibar flow across the globe here. If we looked at all of this, the European model, the GFS, and the CMC, the Canadian model as well, I find basically a little bit of a ridge axis here building across Greenland that would indicate a neutral to negative NAO beginning to form. Under this is zonal flow, but there is a shift as well. We find a still negative EPO pattern in the Pacific with our upper level low and warm water south of the Aleutian Islands, pumping in systems from off the Pacific coast, streaming them right into the central plains, and then with no blocking in sight, absolutely moving them up towards the Great Lakes with plenty of moisture, stalling cold fronts along the east coast, and yet plenty of precipitation along the way. Well, if you've had enough of the snow for this season, you're going to get ready to switch gears into rain instead. And we do need 1 to 2 inches of rain. We're below average here, believe it or not, even with all the snow melt and snowpack on the frozen ground this winter. Our rivers are running near normal stages, but they are actually below in many regions right now. So we do need the rain, and we're probably going to get quite a lot of it between Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. Here's the latest NamWRF composite 4-kilometer reflectivity and cloud cover forecast throughout the day. High pressure over the region, mid and high level clouds increasing throughout the region during this afternoon and tonight. Temperatures warming, but still below average for this afternoon, into the 40s across the region. And as a warm front makes its way to our west and north across the region, low pressure moving in towards the Great Lakes tomorrow morning drags the warm front and the cold front towards the region, first with some light rain showers breaking out tomorrow morning, and then a break in the action, maybe a few light rain showers into the early afternoon hours, less than a quarter of an inch overall, and then we get a break on Friday night and Saturday with a little bit of clearing in the morning, and then clouds increase rapidly, and here comes our storm system up towards the Ohio River Valley, and then moving into the St. Lawrence River Valley and right over the top of us with moderate pockets of rain. Could be producing 1 to locally 2 inches of rainfall across this region between Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. An active and wet pattern on the way right through next week. High pressure raging over the region this morning. It moves off the coast. Warm front to our southwest lifts in with a moderating air mass. Tomorrow's temperatures could actually get into the 50s and lower 60s across a good chunk of New Jersey and Philadelphia and the Delmarva region in the warm sector, as we await this low pressure area moving into the St. Lawrence River Valley, dragging a warm front to the north and then eventually a cold front. Showers move in throughout the morning and early afternoon hours. That moves off the coast, and then on the southern flank of this comes another system developing on the southern flank of the cold front itself, or the frontal boundary, which is now stalled pretty much across the mid and southeastern coastal states. And this low pressure area is packed with moisture as it moves in towards the Ohio River Valley, transfers its energy with low pressure developing along the Delmarva. Some moderate pockets of moderate to heavy rain developing on Saturday afternoon, continuing periods of moderate to heavy rain at times Saturday evening and into Sunday morning, as the low pressure wave then moves off the mid-Atlantic coast states. Clearing will be slower, anticipated on Sunday, with morning rain giving way to clearing in the afternoon as high pressure begins to build in across the region. But we have an active pattern going into next week with 1, 2, 3, many storms here in that Pacific flow coming in from off the Pacific, diving down, creating these weak troughs, progressive troughs moving through the region. Here's another one on Tuesday, moving in towards the Great Lakes region. Warm air pocket ahead of it. Showers break out on Tuesday morning. That lifts to the north and east, and here's a better chance of rain developing in the warm sector during Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening as the warm front races towards the northern mid-Atlantic coast states. Low pressure across the Tennessee River Valley moves up towards the Ohio River Valley with pockets of rain. Another disturbance in the southern branch, again carving out the mean flow, and it looks like an active pattern with more rain yet on the way for late next weekend. Again, next Friday and next Saturday as well. So it's going to be a rainy period coming up with interdisbursement of dry patches in between during the forthcoming week and beginning this weekend. So if you have plans this weekend, get your rain gear ready because you're going to need it, especially Saturday afternoon right through Sunday morning. Follow the latest on Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com with live feeds in the drop-down pages, also Facebook and Twitter as well. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. We'll be back bright and early with your weekend details tomorrow morning. For Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com. Remember, most people are otherwise, but you, my friends, are weatherwise. Have a great Thursday, everyone.